everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Curious Currents, the marine biology podcast, where two curious minds learn about the wonders and the weirdos of the ocean together. My name's Emily, master's graduate with a background in marine biology and a passion for sharing my love of the ocean.
My name's Shiv, and I'm curious.
You're joining us for our Miniature Marvel series, the series where we're talking all about the little guys of the big blue. Today's episode is really going to pack a punch because we're diving into the world of the mantis shrimp. So get ready for a smashing good time. Today we're looking at mantis shrimp, and we are in the phylum arthropods.
Ooh.
So that's where all the crabs, the lobsters, the shrimp, anything that has an exoskeleton, a segmented body, and jointed appendages is an arthropod.
Okay.
And in the arthropods, we're looking at the crustaceans. The thing that separates crustaceans from the rest of the arthropods is that they have two antennae. And within the crustaceans, we're looking at the malacostrata, which is the crabs, the lobsters, and the true shrimp. Within the malacostrata, we're at stomatopods, which are all mantis shrimp, which are neither mantis nor shrimp because they have these adapted appendages at the front of their body. To visualize it, you can think of them like their forearms. And they're specially adapted in a specific way.
So is this like shark tail?
Though the shrimp, the stomatopods are not these. The true shrimp are what you're thinking from Finding Nemo Shark Tale.
My family?
Yeah.
True shrimp.
True shrimp. Stomatopods, different. They branched off from the shrimp lineage 400 million years ago, so they're older than dinosaurs.
They're more than a second cousin.
Yeah, they're older than dinosaurs.
Oh, whoa.
They're not shrimp because they have these raptorial appendages.
And they're like little forearms. They're like little T-Rex arms off the front of them.
They don't look like T-Rex arms, but to kind of get you to visualize where they were in the body.
You're doing T-Rex arms. But where they are.
Well, yeah, but I don't have claws, so I can't. My anatomy doesn't allow for what they look like. They're modified limbs that are made for striking and impaling.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're getting
These
serious.
Guys are violent, let me tell you. I want to, before I go into how powerful their punch is, just clarify that these things aren't that big. They're in the Miniature Marvel series. On average, they're about 2 to 10 centimeters. The outliers of the group, the zebra mantis shrimp, can get much bigger.
Okay.
But typically, they're about 2 to 10 centimeters.
So there's people in the family we don't talk about.
The zebra can get up to 40. So
that's insane. That's like, is that like a lobster?
Yeah, I would say bigger than some lobsters.
Oh, wow.
That's big.
I'm sorry, but you're not a shrimp anymore.
Well, no, they're not shrimp.
Well, yeah, I suppose that is the point you're getting to. But like, do you know what I mean? They're not even fake shrimp. That's like a 40-year-old being like, I'm 4. Like going into like first
like
class.
Three kids in a trench coat.
Yeah,
three
kids in a trench coat. That's exactly what it is.
You might have actually seen photos of mantis shrimp before, but just not known what it was.
Yeah.
If you did see a photo of it, it was probably the peacock mantis.
I'm sorry, we're looking up different things. I've never seen that in my life. Let's see that again.
This is the peacock mantis shrimp, so it's super colourful.
Green.
Yeah, and it's red and blue.
Oh, it looks really cool. I can't say that I've come across that in my daily life.
Ah.
It's almost like I haven't studied marine biology.
Anyway, so this raptorial appendage, it is jointed, and it looks like it's folded in on itself.
It's kind of like a wrist.
Kind of, yeah. It looks like if you were able to bend your hand right back and touch your forearm. That's kind of the shape of it, but it looks like a club.
That's crazy. And they're really small too, so I bet it looks like... Does it look all gnarled?
No, they're kind of tucked up. It just looks like they're tucking up their hands. So the mantis shrimp can be put into 2 different categories. And those two different categories depend on how this appendage is adapted. We've got the smashers and we've got the speeders.
The spear ones have spears, the club ones have clubs.
Yes.
Cool.
The speeders did originate first.
Okay.
They evolved first. And
they were like, this is too nuanced, we need just a big club.
Well, I think it was to exploit different food sources.
Oh.
So the speeders, the end of their appendage is more elongated and serrated. So it's all jaggy.
So it's a knife.
So that they can stab
Stabby.
soft prey like small
squids. So they're the shivs.
Yes. They're the shivs. They can stab small fish, squid. The smashers are better designed for hard shelled things like crabs or clams.
It's clobbering time.
Their appendage looks more like a club, and they hunt, crabs, snails, mollusks. They're able to pack such a strong punch because they store all this energy in their ligaments. So if you think of it like a crossbow.
It's like kinetic energy?
Like you pull elastic energy is what it's called. So it's kind of like a spring-loaded. If you imagine pulling back a crossbow and all the tension is building up, all that energy, then you release it and it fires out. That's what it's like.
Oh man, I want to be so nerdy here, but do you genuinely know what, for the nerds out there, I'm going to say it's like Black Panther's suit. Actually, maybe not, because Black Panther has to get punched a lot for it to build up. But it's that kind of like, that power is like building, and then explodes.
Mm-hmm. The speed at which they can punch is the equivalent of if you were to go 0 to 60 miles per hour in your car in 0.2 milliseconds. Milliseconds.
But they're so small. They're tiny, but they pack a punch.
They do pack a punch.
They're like you.
They're super, super strong. It's been compared to being shot at by a .22 caliber bullet. Like the force.
To a human. Not even like, you know the way like they're like, oh, like silk is one of the strongest things in the world, but it's like for its size.
It's for its size.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, if you could just like, that's a murder weapon and a half.
It would have no bother breaking your finger, I would say.
Oh.
There's a video. It's a David Attenborough documentary, Life in Colour.
Okay.
I did use it as one of my references. It's super good. There's a slow motion video of the mantis shrimp punching a crab, and the crab's whole claw just detaches.
Oh my god.
Wild. It's
You know what I really want someone to do now? Is put like a carrot in front of them and see if they can break it.
Yeah, they can break aquarium tanks.
Dude, they can break so much more than your finger then. Because it's only your mental block that stops you from breaking your fingers, because they're as easy to break as carrots.
Are they? Yeah. What the fuck? That's fucked.
It's so fucked. But that was like, that's one of the random facts I have in my brain. Is that like fingers are like, you could bite into them, or like you can break them as easy as you'd like snap a carrot. That's insane. Could you use one as a murder weapon?
Always what you take out of these episodes is, can I kill someone with it?
Hey, you brought the person who listens to true crime podcasts in. Okay? Like,
I mean, maybe they're super angry, they're super territorial, like they will just punch
they have small man syndrome?
anything. Yeah.
But they have a punch to back it up.
Yeah, they do have a punch to back it up. This punch, right, is wild.
Okay.
The force and the speed at which they punch. So if they punch, say, a crab, the pullback from it is so fast that it decreases the pressure and boils the water that's in that space between the crab and the claw. And it causes these things called cavitation bubbles that contain so much heat energy that they start to implode. So then when they implode, they create a shock wave, and sometimes it can even spark light. So if you're the poor crab, you get hit by the claw and you get hit again by the shock wave that the claw has created.
And that crab was just out just snapping away.
It was just out vibing 1 second, got too close to the mantis shrimp.
Battered.
Wasted.
And then like... wasted. Dude, that's actually insane.
Yeah.
I don't know what part to try and wrap my brain around first. The boiling water, the imploding, the breaking, the aquarium glass breaking. So do people just not keep them, or do they just like...
The people are insane. People do still keep them.
Okay. Do you know? Do they keep them behind bulletproof glass?
They're not kept behind what's officially graded as bulletproof glass, but they do have to be kept behind reinforced, specialized, high strength.
Okay, so it's not
acrylic
quite bullet.
tanks.
Okay.
Not quite a bullet, but yeah, reinforced tanks is what they have to be kept in. Because they get the girl
the shockwaves would have to go. They'd have to like.
So they don't even
Oh my
have to hit the thing
God.
that they're trying to hit. Like they could miss it and still kill it because the shockwave could be close enough that it would knock it out.
If you played that character in any game and had that special ability, it'd be overpowered. You've actually blew my brain.
And they also have on the club, it's got like a kind of calcified edge to it, so it is super, super hard and fast.
Fucking want to be.
So they're experts.
I'm sorry. Okay. I know so this is not it, but this is what popped into my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if it still had that force, but like had our bones? Like it would just shatter itself every time.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. They do have a mechanism to stop any damage because they do this their whole life. They hunt all the time and they don't take any damage from it, which is insane. And it's because of the way that their muscles and filaments are layered.
Okay.
So they have an outer layer, which is super hard.
Yeah.
And it's like mineralized cuticle.
Sorry, what is cuticle?
A cuticle is what crustaceans kind of secrete to get the hard outside shell.
Cuticles?
Like
your nails?
Kind of like your nails, yeah.
Okay.
But that's how they make their hard shell.
Okay.
Then they have a mid layer which absorbs and can redistribute the shock energy. And they're layered in a kind of... The structure is called a Bulligan structure.
Bully.
And it's kind of like if you were to stack layers of plywood but in a rotating helix spiral.
Okay.
It looks kind of like that, but this is like muscle tissue. And because it's a spiral, it's like a spring, so it can take the shock and it doesn't cause any damage. It gets redistributed through the body rather than just being one impact site. It gets redistributed so that it doesn't take damage.
That's actually nuts.
It is insane. It was really complex trying to understand that, but I will link a good video that I watched to get my head around that as well.
That spiral thing's mad though.
Crazy. They actually are using that mechanism and applying it in human engineering to make like helmets or make things that are shock absorbers.
I wonder, is that like
break stuff? My
first thing that I went to there was earthquake. Like, you know the way they have to build buildings to take the shock absorbings?
Yeah.
If anyone's not on that, you should get on it. I'm not going to say patent pending because I'll never get around to it. So they don't take any damage when they hit.
Yeah,
they fucking do a lot of damage though.
They do a ton of damage. It's called a latch-mediated spring actuation. That's the mechanism. So it's like pushing something back and then catching it with a latch, and then it releases the latch.
And it goes,
that's what swings and doomph.
Boom.
Yeet! We're not even done with the half of why this mantis shrimp is so cool, by the way. This isn't its only thing that it has. Did you have a question before I said that?
Honestly, I'm still marinating in it. And so this is the real shrimp, right? No, this is the fake shrimp? Oh, because of the T-Rex arms.
Yes. The appendages are what make it distinct from shrimp.
You know what? That makes sense. Because I feel like if it was this guy instead of my family had a nephew and I take care of it, that would be a whole different story. That's like...
There's one type of shrimp, I'm so sure. I can't remember what it's called, but it has like a giant claw. Not to the scale of this, but it has one big giant claw.
Could you know what I'd love if like somebody out there animated like the different shrimps, what they would do in that scenario not to be eaten? This guy would definitely just KO.
Yeah, you're not fighting.
Like, you're not like...
You don't stand a chance. I wouldn't take my chances with a mantis
because like if you like one bite, one swallow, and then they released the latch while it was in your mouth, you're gonzo.
Maybe great to have around if you need the Heimlich done.
No, because your rib cage would be broken.
Fair.
Shattered. That's crazy. Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, they're wild. That's all I had on the appendages.
Okay.
Just to get the extent of how territorial they are.
Yeah.
They build these burrows that they live in, and they
Uh-huh.
so they build that in the sand or like in rock formations. They won't really leave that unless they're hunting or they're trying to find a mate.
Okay. And do both male and females leave, or do males like go a wandering and try and find a lady?
They both kind of look for each other.
Okay.
Usually, though, they are solitary, so they'll just live on their own.
Yeah.
But there is one species that, I believe it's the zebra, that they are monogamous, they mate for life, and then they both share one burrow.
Okay. So we've got the mantis shrimp that is not a shrimp, but they look like a shrimp combined with a mantis, hence the name. And they've got those weird little, like, I'll be honest with you, every time you said appendage, I went penis. So I don't want to use that word. They got two little yolks at the front that go wah, 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 wah. And then one of them, is it one of them or both of them?
Both of them.
They can do that power punch with both of them? It's not even like one overpowered claw?
Both.
Can
Double
they go boom
done.
boom?
Yeah, if they want. Double done.
But, okay, wait, no. Quadruple done, because they go boom, shockwave, boom, shockwave again. That is overpowered. That is, you know what? If you made a monster movie and gave it all of those things, one, nobody's surviving. Two, people would be like, oh, that's crazy. Like, that's too much.
No way that exists.
Or it's not even that no way that exists, because it's like a horror, if like I'm talking about a horror movie, they're like, how are you, like, if this was a Resident Evil monster, like, how are you defeating it? Sorry, okay, yeah.
Honestly.
You're not.
Just accept. Make peace with your god.
Just accept you need to sneak by it and you're just not.
Yeah, this is a stealth mission.
So they live by themselves, but they go out to get kinky. They get kinky so they don't want to bring anyone home. They want to keep that space for themselves.
Yeah. The other super cool, really specialized, really overly evolved aspect of them is their eyes. They have the most complex eyes in the animal kingdom. So they have a compound eye, which is like a fly's eye. It looks like it has all those little panely things in them.
It's like when you put on beer goggles.
It's
like that? Where it's like, it like fractures all your things so you see everything and you see all...
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's so difficult to try and comprehend what it sees. Because it's so far,
Do you think it can
like,
see into the fourth dimension?
I wouldn't put it past him, man. Like, it's insane. So they have those eyes. So human eyes have 3 photoreceptors.
Yeah.
So we can see like red, green, blue color. They have about 12 to 16 photoreceptors.
To be fair, no wonder they want to just be left alone. Could you imagine living in like how bright the coral reef is to us? And we've only got 3 or whatever those things are called. I would also be pretty pissed.
Maybe
they're probably overstimulated.
With their little T-Rex arms. They want to collect their rocks and be alone in their burrow. Oh my god, this is why I love it so much. I relate to it. Anyway, eyes.
So 16...
Up to 16 photoreceptors. They can see UV light. They can see more of the visible spectrum than we can see. So like they can see further into the blues and the reds.
They're defo overstimulated.
They also have incredible depth perception. So we need both of our eyes to have good depth perception. We can do it with one, but it's not as good.
Yeah.
They can do it with one. Like this eye is so, the way it's shaped, because it's like round, and they, like the seahorses, they can move their eyes independently of each other. They're on stalks.
Oh, that's really creepy.
So they have amazing depth perception in just one eye.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing they can see is polarized light. I don't know if you've heard of that or know what it is. So light rays move in a direction. So say you're looking at a light bulb, that's your light source.
Yeah.
The light rays are coming to you in one direction from the bulb to you.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to say that those light rays aren't moving in different angles.
Oh.
So you know how light waves are oscillating? Imagine you've tied a piece of string to the light bulb and you're holding one end and you wave it up and down.
Yeah.
Those waves,
Yeah.
that's oscillating. So then it could be coming at you straight like that, or it
Yeah.
could be coming at you at like a 45-degree angle or any type of angle.
Yeah.
Polarized light only comes to you one direction, one angle. Humans can't see it.
So is that like, because light will like bounce off things and that's how we like see shadows and shades and stuff. If it's only coming at one direction,
well, when you say
shade it?
Bouncing off stuff, the closest we come to be able to see it is if light bounces off something reflective. So if it bounces off a puddle, the reflection and the glare is polarized light.
Wait, is that not like seeing too much?
You're doing too much, man. This is what I meant when I said perhaps over-evolved.
Yeah, because at that point my brain can't comprehend even the thought of having like one of those and our...
Yeah, that's what I mean when I would say it's like incomprehensible for us to even grasp how they're seeing and processing all this stuff.
That would just like too many lights shone directly into your eye. How are you seeing? I'm beginning to see why they live in little burrows and don't like anything.
So we can filter out polarized light with polarized sunglasses.
Yeah.
So that's what stops the glare. So when say they're looking at a prey, like say it's a crab.
Yeah.
It just is very contrasted. So the crab looks really dark compared to the background. In that Life in Colour documentary.
The Moana, not the Moana one.
Not the Moana one.
What's that crab? Shiny.
The Life in Colour documentary, David Attenborough, that explains polarized light as well. Because there are other animals that can see polarized light.
That's so wild.
Like, how does it process all of that and make it one image?
Yeah,
or does it make it one image? We don't know. So the bits of eye are called ommatidia. So those little shapes that you see in the fly's eye. Ommatidia. Okay. I can hear that one.
Oh wait, I just got your smashing pun.
It's a smashing good time. Like when you look at a fly eye and you see the little kind of like hexagon different sections of it, they're called ommatidia. They are basically little clusters of photoreceptors.
Okay.
So the photoreceptors are held together by the top surface. And the photoreceptors are connected directly to the mantis shrimp's brain, so it can process images way faster than we can.
Oh.
And it can process colour instantly. Like it doesn't go through all the kind of filters before it gets to the brain like ours do. It's just straight connection.
So it's not even filtered?
And in the eye, there's this mid-band.
Okay.
And you can see it when you look at them. It's like a line that goes across their eye.
Mm-hmm.
The rows within the mid-band are all specially adapted to see the different types of light. So the row of ommatidia that are in the mid-band that are responsible for it seeing polarized light has tiny hair-like structures that are called microvilli.
In the eye?
In the eye, and they're tiny. Like, you can only see them for like major magnification.
I still don't like the descriptor of hair in an eye.
You don't like a hairy eyeball?
No!
So these little hairs are so close together that they only let one direction of light through, which is polarized light.
Okay.
So that's how they filter out other light.
So even though they can see all the like UV light and the filter light and stuff and all that, they only filter...
Well, that one specific band is what's responsible for them being able to see polarized light, and that's how they see polarized light.
Oh,
but the other bands,
the other bands do the other lights.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the ones that do the UV light, they have specialized filters that are made of amino acids. These amino acids are usually found in the skin of other fish because they're responsible for UV protection, like sun cream. They call it nature's sunscreen. Because these amino acids protect fish from being burned.
And this is in their eyes?
And they have it in their eyes. They've adapted it to go in their eyes. How they've done that, I don't bloody know. But they've somehow, over time, got this adapted version of these amino acids that are in their eyes so they can filter out UV light.
Crazy.
I also did learn that some fish absorb UV light from the sun and then when these guys want to hunt them, they can see them because they can see the UV light that's been absorbed by their skin.
This is the skin of a killer, Bella.
So yeah, this guy, they're great hunters.
Mm.
If you're living in like the big city, you're living in a coral reef, there's a lot going on, the hustle
Yeah.
and bustle, there's limited food. If you can see it first and you can punch it first, you're eating.
And you're taking any surrounding competition with a shockwave out.
They're eating. They're eating good.
These guys, you might be talking about this later, but that's just like made me think of like the food chain endangered or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe is, I'm gonna guess, not great parents, but they also like have a ton of kids?
They have a ton of kids. They look after the eggs, but like the other stuff we've discussed, once you're hatched, not my problem anymore. They clean.
You're on your own.
They clean the eggs, and they really do look after the eggs. They're with it like all the time. The ones that share the burrow, the male goes out and does the hunting, and then
so do they share the burrow while
just that one particular species that I mentioned at the start that is monogamous and shares a burrow? They continue to share a burrow while she lays her eggs inside the burrow. The male goes out to provide food for her, and she looks after the eggs.
this is not the mantis one.
They are still mantis shrimp, but they're a specific species of mantis shrimp.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so mantis shrimp is an umbrella term.
Okay.
For a bunch of other ones.
You were saying like some of them are monogamous, like the zebra, and some of them are wham bam, thank you ma'am.
Most of them are wham bam, thank you ma'am.
Okay.
They perform courtship dances.
Ooh.
So the male puts
on
a little display.
The peacock definitely does that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Strutting
they
his stuff.
have little, I'm gonna say arms. They look like paddles and they're flat and they're usually used to help them swim.
Yeah.
But in the
little oars.
Yeah, the little oars. The peacock mantis shrimp, they're reflective. It doesn't look reflective to other animals, but it will look reflective to the female mantis shrimp because they have those complex eyes.
Light.
So it's one that they can see, and he flaps them about, and she's like, "Oh, shiny,
shiny."
Decides if she wants to go for him or not.
And so you were saying they're wham bam, thank you, ma'am, mostly. And for those ones, do they take care of the eggs? Do they like both take care of them and then like leave once the eggs are done? Or is it like, bam, disappear, female takes over everything?
It's bam, I'm going out to buy cigarettes. The female goes back to her burrow. He does whatever he does. And she looks after the eggs. So the ones that don't live together, the female either lays her eggs inside the burrow and looks after them in the burrow, or carries them on her tail, which is pretty common with lobsters.
Yeah, I've seen the main lobster guy.
They do it like that, or they'll leave them in the burrow. Because we mentioned the reflective panels.
Yeah.
The male peacock mantis shrimp has reflective panels also on its tail that it will sometimes direct towards the opening of its burrow to warn off other mantis shrimp.
Oh, it's like, that's my crib.
Don't come in
away.
Because they have the special eyes that can see specific colour. Another mantis shrimp comes along, you might see a little gap and go, that could make a nice house for me, and then sees the flashing lights and goes, oh, that's occupied. And I don't want to mess with this fucker. They can have up to 30 breeding periods in their life. They can reproduce several times a year. So they don't have one breeding period because they live in tropical waters. They live in really nutrient-rich, warm places.
Yeah.
They can breed multiple times a year because conditions are always good.
Oh, and it's 30 because they only live 6. I was 30 doesn't seem like that many.
Well, yeah, probably if they're living up to 20, they can do more. But on average, living 3 to 6 years, reproduce about 30 times. This is that they are quite widespread, so they prefer warm, shallow waters, and that's where most diversity is, as always. So they're found in the Indian and the Pacific Oceans, but some are also found in the Atlantic, and they can go as far as the south of England. It's called the spot-tail mantis shrimp that's found in England, and it was found near the Isle of Wight, I believe. It was either Christmas last year or Christmas the year before. 2024, 2025.
So not that far. And was it like that slug hair?
The sea hare.
Sea hare. Was it like that where they were like, oh, but boy, you shouldn't be here? Or was it like...
Not as
No, they're
alarming.
actually like breeding there and they live there.
They sometimes extend up to there. It's quite rare. It's rare to see them, but they have been known to travel there.
Yeah.
So it's not as concerning as finding the sea hare in Plymouth. The underlying threat is still there that the waters are getting warmer, so its range could be extending.
I'm sorry, but I don't think the waters of Ireland and Scotland are prepared
For the barrage of stuff that's coming our way. We're used to like a passing orca,
like
or a gentle basking
a little
shark.
mackerel. Could you imagine a mackerel like just like plodding along its way,
Face.
and then like all of a sudden you realize how shiny their little patterns are to a mantis shrimp, and the mantis shrimps are just like, oh, buddy boy, you're much too flamboyant. Badoosh. Food.
Do you want the weird sex fact?
Always.
Males have 2 penises.
Of course they do. Why do they have 2 penises? Shits and giggles.
In case one stops working. Efficiency. I don't know. One is shorter than the other. One's a bit shorter, one's a bit longer.
So it's like, do you prefer a chode or
He leaves it up to the lady's choice.
Is there a reason for the 2 penises? Do they know?
No.
They're just living life to
In
their
case
fullest.
one gets damaged, I guess they've got a backup. They
wonder-
actually have, so like, they'll ejaculate into the lady,
Yeah.
and then they have a thing called a sperm plug that they will then pop on the end so that
So
it
that
stays
she
in.
can't.
It stays in.
You're like, I know you're going to regret this, so I'm just gonna seal it all up.
She can delay fertilization, but she can't do anything about the sperm that she's got, so she's gonna have to use that one.
That's wild.
I'm gonna sound like a broken record for this last bit, but
Yeah.
we don't have enough data to know if they're endangered or not.
Like, is this something that's in particular to the miniature marvels because they're so small?
Yeah, for sure. It's because
Okay.
they're so small, hard to find, and they reproduce real fast. We will have more data for this stuff when it gets to bigger. But I'm going to say the same thing I always say. Protect their habitat and you'll protect the animal.
Yay!
The mantis shrimp is eaten quite regularly, I feel like.
Oh,
I think.
really?
Well, it's like having shrimp. Places that have them and they're abundant, they'll fish them. Just like any
Oh.
other
Do you think they taste like shrimp?
shellfish. Probably, yeah.
I'd imagine there's a lot of meat in that claw. I love a crab claw. Logically, I know it's really hard to like sustainably fish and make sure that you get stuff like right. But it's so good.
Well, the locally sourced stuff
yeah.
is probably going to be more sustainable than the
I
stuff
was
you get
reading
at the
into it and
supermarket.
it's just still shit.
Oh.
Yeah. It's well, I mean, like it's obviously it's kind of like it's like farming in general where you're like there's going to be places that do it worse and there's going to be places that do it like okay-ish. Ireland and the UK not perfect, but like way better than Brazil for farming. In particular, Ireland's farms are tiny compared to the rest of the world. So like quality of life on those farms is quite high compared to a lot of other ones. So I don't feel so bad about that.
Yeah. But I don't know if sustainable aquaculture is
even possible. I don't think it is.
At this point, we've overexploited the seas so much and there's still so much demand for fish.
Yeah.
I just think we've fucked it on that one, really.
I have reduced
things like I think it's
reduced my fish
better
consumption
with
'cause of it.
shellfish because they are easier to breed. So you can just breed them in farms,
God,
or there
I
are
love shellfish.
like there's like regulations in place where you can't take them unless they're above a certain carapace size. You can't take them if they're carrying eggs, but I don't know how many people obey those.
Another reason why I reduced it is a podcast that I listen to called Red Handed. Has this mini section that they do called Shorthand. They did a shorthand where the main takeaway I got was tuna and counterfeit fish. So like
Counterfeit fish.
yeah, so they'll have like, for example, whitefish, like I can't remember, like cod, I think is one of the more popular ones for like things. But there's other fish that look and taste very similar to cod,
I see,
but they don't have as many rules about it because it's not as overfished, because it's not as popular for consumption. But it tastes very similar. So they just kind of swap it out and they just label it. And like, this doesn't even happen like at your local fishmongers. This happens out at sea where there's international waters and all that kind of jazz. And it's really hard to like keep track of everything. But one of the things that I learned was for tuna, there is another fish that they can get that is similar to tuna. However, overconsumption of this type of fish can lead to anal leakage.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. So like if you
So that's how you know you've been done. Like, I've been had.
Yeah.
You find out too late though.
Yeah. So it's like, I think it's butterfish or something. I don't know. You can Google it. I think it's called butterfish.
Anyway.
Anal
On that note, on that note of anal leakage, what was your favourite fact about the mantis shrimp, Shiv?
Honestly, there's a lot of it, and I think this might be the first time that my favourite fact isn't a weird reproductive fact.
No.
I think it might
And what, the two penises wasn't spicy enough for you?
Honestly, no. Because it implodes water and creates shock waves with its punch. And I think it could break my hand. I think it could shatter my hand.
Yeah, I think I would say the same. As the punching is my favourite fact of them. Or just the fact that I think they're so extra.
They are so extra.
I'm pretty sure a crab shell isn't that hard to crack. That you need to create a shockwave, but you do, and it works for you.
Yeah, and it's not even like that they have one extra appendage. As in like one appendage that's like overpowered. They have both of them overpowered. That's insane.
Anyway, thank you everyone for listening to our episode on the mantis shrimp. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let us know. If there's any animals you really want us to cover in future series, or if there's just a general series you want to hear, also let us know. We got on Instagram, hit us up. Like, comment, share, tell your friends. Tell us a mantis shrimp fact. Let us know what your favourite fact was that I covered. They can't have any more facts.
Surely they can't have any more. Surely there can't be any more wild stuff about them. Blown my mind repeatedly. Repeatedly. Thanks very much for listening.
Peace.
Bye.